Sanchez.
Can we start now?
I was really happy. I think everyone was waiting for a big signing like this. I think it's a proper player. It's got experience, it's got the technique, it's got the pace. And I met him this morning, and he looked very excited. And I think he's going to be a good fit.
How's his English?
His English is not good.
Better than Scouts though, right?
99% of the South Americans, but he will try. I think he's very interested. He was a bit worried about it, but he will be fine. We have a very humble squad, and they play with the captain. He's got plenty of Spanish, Latin also, so we will look after him.
And how good is it as well to pull that off over Liverpool? And last year they were asking us what we're smoking over him. Now he's chosen to come to Arsenal instead of going to them.
No, I think it's true. I think he had many options, and he decided to join us, which makes us really proud. I think he likes the style of Arsenal because it's very similar to what he was getting in Barcelona, and I'm excited. I'm excited to watch him play.
How encouraging is that for the players at the club to see like big names like him turning up?
I think it's the biggest statement from the club. You say, okay, early on, let's go and let's get one of the best strikers in the world at the moment, and they are convinced him to come, and we got it. I think we've been lacking that pace and that creativity that he can probably bring to the club. So I can't wait.
How this summer has it felt any different? Has the break? Have you been able to enjoy the break more after the FA Cup?
When you win something, it's just a different summer. I think we took a lot of pressure out of the shoulders, and the way the final was as well, like going to me down, they really make us work really hard, and this has to be the start. I don't think it's near good enough for us in the football club. I think we have to aim for much bigger things. I think we have the capacity now to fight with all the teams, and we have to start showing that consistency in the next 2 years.
You said back in May that you would maybe sit down and discuss with the club about potential new contracts and stuff. Have you made any progress with that?
I had my conversation with the manager. He knows my opinion, I know his opinion, and we are all good. That's all I can say.
So, any rumours suggesting that you might leave the club?
No, I cannot stop the rumours, but I can be certain that I'm really happy here. I feel valued. I have given a lot of responsibility, and I like it. And until they think something different about me, I'm happy here.
You're wearing the Forever shirt, so you kind of have to stick around for it.
I wish if I was 20, maybe I was going to see many different models, but it's not the case. But yeah, I'm really happy.
It's good to hear.
Mikel, I've got to ask you. You said you sat down with the manager.
Yeah.
So who's next then? Who's coming in next? We all want to know. Who else?
Oh, one of them, it's almost done, I think, but we have to see. I don't think it's going to stop here. I think they've got more targets. I don't think that the players should get involved in that at all, because they're doing the work, and it's the part of the club is dealing with, and I think they're doing really well, so let's just be patient.
What's it like working with Arsene?
With Arsene?
Yeah.
He's a very demanding manager, and it's a very straightforward manager as well. You know what you're getting with him, you know exactly what he wants from you, and if you are fair, you are right, and you are honest, you're never going to have a problem with him.
Good to hear, man.
This header on the beach in Rio.
Yeah, I was surprised. He looked younger than what he is. No, he's a very fit man.
He'll be okay in one of those shirts, right?
Sorry?
Arsene could pull the shirt
He's probably
off.
one of the few that he will fit. Use, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got to get one of them. Who's fit?
Am I right in thinking that Arsene is still out in Brazil and you guys are there doing push-ups and press-ups and stuff? Is that a cause of amusement in the camp?
Yeah, I think the fitness coaches, they're going to be looked after really closely this season to see how we're looking with these tight shirts. But yeah, he's still there. I think he's coming back on Monday with us. And he tells you how much he loves football, because even when he has a break, he keeps watching football.
And how about you, Mick? Have you been watching the World Cup?
Yeah.
What did you make of Spain?
I was disappointed, but I can't really criticize them because they've been absolutely amazing the last 4 or 6 years. What they have given to the country is outstanding. It's an end of an era, probably. But it's not the end of the tiki-taka thing, because now we have the Germans doing something very similar. and I think everyone has been enjoying.
They'd have been
it.
better with you in the side, though, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, they'd be better with you rather than Senna.
I
You know.
think we had probably the best generation of midfielders that Spain or Euro has ever produced. But again, I think the Germans are taking over.
Sure.
What about Brazil? I mean,
I feel so sorry for them.
I lost money on Brazil.
Unfortunately, last season we had some disappointment results against big teams. So when they were suffering that defeat, I was really feeling sorry for them because as well that was in front of their own crowd, which makes it even harder. So I think it's going to be tough for them to digest that one.
Sure.
how did you know what, as you say that, how did you cope with it? I mean, I was there, those two horror defeats, 5-1, the one against Chelsea as well, which is horrible. Now, those must be really deflating, and to come back and then win the FA Cup at the end of the season. I mean, and you're one of the leaders of the team. How did you cope with it?
I don't think to digest it. As soon as you talk about that game, I feel something in my stomach because on that moment you just want to grab the hole and go down because you don't honoring your club, your shirt, and what you're doing, and it's very frustrating. But these things happen in football, and you have to accept them, and you have to learn, and it cannot happen again. That's for sure.
And are you confident that those lessons have been learned? Yeah. Do you feel going into next season optimistic about Arsenal's chance?
Yes, I am, because I know the quality we have, the desire, the character, and as well because all the players have shown a very good mentality when things haven't been very well. You know, when everyone is winning, to leave the trophy, to smile and joy and be the main man, it's easy. But when people are criticized, when people are asking questions about you, you need to see how people deal with that. And I'm telling you, this group is total.
There's a lot of young guys who obviously you're training with now at the back end. Are there any tips for the future, guys that you're looking at you think might have?
I wouldn't like to give names, but there are.
But you will.
Arsenal have always been like one of the best clubs in Europe for these young players, and I think we have. You've seen some of them already. And I'd go one, which is my preference, but I prefer not to give it away.
Oh, come on, tell us, come on.
What position does he play?
I'm a 10.
I was just going to ask, like, how do you feel like the dynamic of the team is going to change, like, for the better, with the, like, Sanchez signing and the new possible rumored signings?
I think with players like him and the pace, I think we were missing pace last season when we had Theo, with Chambo, with a lot of players injured. And at some point we were playing with Cazorla, Wilshere and Giroud, all three coming in, you know. And Arsenal has been always a team where in the break and up front they had the speed to break the teams down. And I think we get that back. I think we're going to be much more powerful and harder to deal with.
So you think?
Yes.
And last season you played a lot of games next to Aaron Ramsey. He had a great year, Player of the Year. Have you played with? Can he? How good do you think he can be? Do you think he can keep that progress going next year?
Yeah. The thing is, this season is going to be very demanding for him, you know, because everyone's going to expect something big for him, and those seasons are not easy. But Aaron has got the character and he's got the ability to do it again. The way he trains, the way he prepares himself is top draw, and he knows that now he's one of the main guys, and he needs to stand firm on it, and he needs to deal with it because now it's going to be demanded from that way.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for him.
Yeah.
How good is it to have Abu Diaby back as well? It must be lovely life now.
I was one of the players that I like more, and I feel so sorry for him. I mean, he's been very unlucky with injuries through his career, because when you look at him and he has a month of training, some of the stuff he does is amazing, his physical ability, and he can add a lot to the squad, I think, with it.
And I presume you'll be going off to New York with the rest of the squad. Looking forward to America. It should be a big change from last
It's
year.
going to be a big change. Last year was a very busy schedule in pre-season. This season is very quiet, but I think those 3 or 4 days it's going to be good. Because then I get the Red Bulls as well, it's going to be a good test. So we're going to enjoy it.
Get to catch up with Thierry again.
Yes, and Tim Cahill.
And Tim Cahill, of course, yeah.
Are we going to win the Emirates Cup this year? That's what everybody wants to know. The big one.
The big one.
Have you been watching the World Cup, and, like, what have been your favourite moments of the World Cup so far?
My favorite moment of the World Cup. Oh, being Spanish, I haven't had a favorite moment yet.
Tim's goal was pretty good.
team's going was fabulous. But probably that's the
Been
best so
agony
far.
and the
But
ecstasy.
hopefully, if the German leaves the cup, you know, it can be a very, very nice moment for them, and I will be really happy.
So your best supporting them on Saturday.
All right.
Thanks very much.